Hello, dear ones. We are Larkma, and we are here to support your evolutionary journey. In today's message, we would like to speak to you about your ideas about healing. Healing energy, from your perception, is always about making some pain, discomfort, or something that does not work in your bodies go away. Sometimes you even think of healing on an emotional level or a mental level as well. But all of your concepts of healing are based on third dimensional discomfort. And we wish to help you expand that so that you may step into true healing energy and heal all things that are out of balance within you and within your environment. This is our wish for you today as we begin to speak. On the continuum of your feeling state, you move between the duality of feeling pleasure and feeling pain, always focused upon wanting more pleasure and wanting to remove yourself from anything associated with pain. We understand that. Pain is uncomfortable, although in many cases it is essential for breaking through an evolutionary block. Sometimes pain also is associated with something from a karmic pattern, trauma, or injury that you carry in a parallel life that must be resolved in the parallel life to have the pain go away in this life. So we do understand your experience of pain and why you wish to move on the continuum more towards pleasure. However, we want to talk to you from a broader perspective, as we said a moment ago. We gave you a book, Remembering Who We Are, Larkma's Guidance on Healing the Human Condition, that contained foundational aspects of what healing means, tools for approaching healing and how to change, the 7 components of healing, including energy, movement, water, light, sound, the necessity of being in nature and moving away from technology, and a new concept called liquid time, which helps you remain in the flow in each present moment. These are basic things that we gave you in that book, which, when you look at the book, explores each avenue in more depth. And then we gave you a card deck with 13 different aspects of healing for you to use to help you as another tool for finding your pathway to healing. We will speak about those for a moment so that you have a connection to what you have in your physical presence as a tool and what you may move into from a mental and emotional state of understanding at a higher level so that your healing may begin from the spiritual level and work its way into the different planes of existence of mental, emotional, and of course, the physical. So we wish to mention each one of these to you to help you understand how all healing begins at the spiritual level and works its way down into the physical body. Physical is the densest part of your existence. Therefore, it is the slowest to respond to any type of healing change. It is also the part that accumulates more toxicity from your environment, from fears, from negative thoughts, or from traumatic wounds. The physical carries all of this, and you need to thank your physical body for being as strong as it is while you help it to clear out offending or dysfunctional energies. The first step in healing is noticing that you can be, that you are an energy of being. You are not a human doing, you are a human being. So focusing upon who you are rather than what you do is an important step in healing. This is a first step, a basic level, and a place that humans ignore because they are too busy in their everyday life doing, trying to accomplish things that do not affect or change who you are as a human being, but only knock things off your list one at a time as you stay stuck in the same loops and patterns. The secondary thing we gave you in our card deck has to do with separation. You are on a planet of duality, and you have misused the principles of duality by categorizing yourselves into us and them, right and wrong, my country, your country. Duality is meant to give you a broader perspective and help you find harmony. So we suggest as a healing modality that you focus upon how you are like others, how you are similar to them, rather than focusing upon your differences. This is another important step, and it is the second step in duality for you to focus on if you wish ultimate healing. The third step in the healing process has to do with creativity. 3 is a number of creativity. And we would suggest that when you're seeking healing, that you use your imagination and open all windows of possibilities to create different pathways of doing things differently in your life so that healing may be assimilated within your totality of who you are. Creativity is a divine feminine principle, and anytime you can focus on creating something better, different, and more functional, this is a good modality for you to incorporate into how you think, how you feel, and the actions you choose to take. The fourth thing we would focus upon in healing is your diet. Examine what you put into your body, and we do not mean only food, but we mean what you put in sound, sight, conversations, people in your field, everything that you put into your physical form. Notice this and make choices from the higher vibratory place. Stop eating things that include death energy, animals that have been killed, and therefore you ingest their pain and suffering. Stop eating things that are what you call comfort foods, sugar, fried foods, things that are not good for you on any level and disconnect you from nature, such as caffeine. Look at your diet. Look at what you watch on television or the internet. Look at what you surround yourself with in your environment, in people and in situations. Listen to what you hear and how you take that into your physical form. All of these things are a form of diet. And when you look at them more deeply and make more functional, high frequency choices, you also approach healing. The fifth thing that we would remind you about healing is that as a human being living on this planet and in the universe, you are a being of change. All life changes. When you find yourself stuck in a particular pattern of dysfunction, look at your ability to be flexible. Look at the patterns that keep you locked into something you do not wish to be locked into. Look for avenues of change. Do not be frightened of change, but seek it out. Even if it may be challenging for you, change is your pathway to evolution. Everything changes. All life is based upon change. The sixth thing that we would mention to you comes from a sense of flow, and that is if you wish to flow into healing, you must focus upon love. Love, another divine feminine quality, is universal love, cosmic love, love that includes acceptance for all, even if you do not agree, and love that is unconditional in all forms. If you're focused upon love, you flow more through your day. The opposite of love, of course, is fear. So in utilizing this energy for healing, you must be absolutely fearless in everything that you do. Move forward without fear by listening to your heart and your intuition and paying attention to what the circumstances are calling for, how they are asking you to move forward and flow. This is a step towards healing, and this one also comes from the spiritual perspective, working through the mental, the emotional, and then into the physical. The midway through our steps in healing has to do with spiritual wisdom. Are you focused upon something that you believe in, that you have been taught by a parent, a teacher, an institute, a church, some sort of religion? Or are you focused upon the open and expansiveness of spiritual wisdom that pours into you as you make higher and higher evolutionary choices? Spiritual wisdom comes from connecting directly with your light and your heart to Source. And when you are connected and recognize that you are connected to this spiritual wisdom, everything in your life begins to heal. It may not heal instantly. It may not heal in the way that you expect it will, but the healing does occur. So this is another extremely important thing for you to focus upon. Also important in the healing journey is to incorporate as much joy into your life as you possibly can. Being in unconditional love brings a state of joy into your feeling state. And that very, very high frequency of joy radiates into your cells. So even at a cellular level, things begin to change into a more positive direction. So utilize joy. Be joyful at a beautiful sunset. Be joyful when someone smiles at you or when you can offer a smile to someone else. Be joyful in the energy of a playful puppy. Be joyful in all things that are involved with bringing beauty into the world. Find joy in every way that you can, because when you spend your energy being in and surrounding yourself with joy, your cells celebrate and you experience change that radiates through all of your bodies. After joy, we would focus upon the healing energy of anger. From our Pleiadian perspective, anger is the fuel for change. That means that when you are feeling anger, you should not suppress it and try to make it go away, nor should you project it onto someone else. Anger is yours, and it is pointing out something within you that needs to change, not something in the environment, not something in someone else, but how you are reacting to another person, a situation, or the environment. Anger is your fuel for change. And when you allow it to be expressed in a way that promotes creative thinking, you can be a solution to whatever the problem is at hand in a calm and peaceful way. But when you project your anger onto the environment or another person, it only builds up more discord within you. And when you keep it stuffed inside and do not let it out, it only keeps you stuck further in a loop where you cannot move forward. So use your anger, dear ones. Feel it, acknowledge it, notice what it is pointing to, and then explore it and examine it as, what am I thinking about what I feel? How else could I see this? And how else may I use my energy to promote change from this thing that is making me so uncomfortable? This is how to use anger as fuel for change. We have spoken to you for over 2 decades about the potency of emotions. Emotions are those feeling states that make you uncomfortable, like the one we just described. But emotions go into more depth. Anger, jealousy, fear, grief, frustration, all of these things are uncomfortable emotions, and each and every one of them points to something within you that is a pathway for change, and thereby a pathway to healing. So if you use this as a way to heal, then you can utilize your emotions appropriately, as we just described. Feel it, stop and see what you're thinking about, ask, how else can I think about this? And then make a different choice. Emotions are there as your signposts, your guidance, and how you can make higher and higher vibratory choices to bring change into your life. Then when you do this, you will spend more time in your natural feeling state of love, joy, trust, compassion, gratitude, grace, flow, kindness, and peace. Utilize your emotions, dear ones. They are important steps to healing. A supremely important aspect of healing is a recognition that you are part of nature. Yes, you are from the stars, and yes, you are part of this earthly world. You are a natural being. When you disassociate or disconnect yourself from nature by involving yourself in too much technology, by trying to connect with some sort of avatar mentality, which is not real at all, or spending too much time sending emails or looking at things online, you are disconnecting yourself from one of the most healing aspects available to you. Nature produces plants that give substance for any discomfort you may be experiencing, physically, mentally, or emotionally. Nature calms the spirit. Nature helps you to open your intuition and your connections to divine guidance by being connected directly to Source. Nature helps you connect to other dimensions and other realms, whether it is plants, trees, animals, or interstellar beings, angel kingdoms, devas, guidance helpers. All of these are enhanced when you spend more time in nature. Turn your computers off. Leave your smartphones at home or get rid of them altogether and spend more and more time in nature. This is an important healing aspect for your evolutionary journey. Also, you need to understand that the time for teachers, healers, and leaders is over because each of you is a teacher, a leader, and a healer. Each of you can accomplish healing by working within what is out of balance within yourself. And as you become more and more balanced, that healing energy radiates out to others so that then they may also heal themselves. So you become an important influence, but you are not the healer. Each person is their own healer. Being a leader means leading by example. As you heal yourself, you set the example for others so that they may learn and understand how they may also do the same thing. The same thing for being a teacher. You're not meant to teach others how to do anything. You're meant to teach by example, again, showing others what is possible by how you accomplish it yourself. These are important things to know that help you support the healing of others, which all who are interested in healing energy wish to do. It is not just about healing yourselves. It is about recognizing the principle of En Lakesh, I am another yourself, and supporting the healing of others by being a healing environment through the energy that you are. The last thing that we will say about healing today reflects back to what we said about change. All life changes, and part of your healing energy is knowing that you are changing forms. In this ascension process, your body will change. In this ascension process, you become lighter as you move more into the crystalline area of a crystal light body and out of the area of a dense, heavy carbon-based body. So do not be frightened of these changes, but embrace them, for they are taking you into a lighter and lighter presence of who you are, so that you may move with flexibility and flow into rainbow body form, incorporating all energies of all dimensions and stepping into remembering and being who you truly are. These are things that will help you on your healing journey. We support you. We trust you can accomplish this great mission. We love you. Good always.